Are you ready to start identifying notes of wine right now? Stick around because we are about to get nose deep in aromatic wines. Welcome back to DiVino Wine School, Day 7, Aroma Part 1. I'm Annie Shapiro, certified sommelier and the founder of DiVino. Before we get started, I just want to thank all of you for following along so far. Thank you for sharing your questions and your scent memories with me in the comments. I do a lot of things in the wine industry, but interacting with people and sharing my love for wine and the storytelling that comes with it is my favorite part of the job. So thanks for giving me the opportunity to step away from all that sales and marketing stuff for a while. On that scent note, let's get down to business. If you are enjoying these videos and you haven't subscribed yet, now is a perfect time to do it. Click that link. I also suggest enrolling. There's a link down below in the description. When you enroll, and it's totally free, you will find out in advance what we're tasting, what we're smelling, and you'll get all the class notes. So when I release a video on Thursday, you'll be ready to go. Day 7 is all about aroma. If you haven't watched episode 2 on building a scent vocabulary, I highly recommend that you do. I made that video first to give you a heads up on how important it is to start smelling things in the real world before we start to notice them in our wine. For example, today I brought a beautiful selection of things: pink roses, apricots, and sage. If you brought some wine to today's lesson, pour yourself a glass. Not too much. You actually need very little wine in your glass to start smelling it. Scent molecules react with the air, so if your glass is full of wine, there's nowhere for them to go. I brought a Moscato d'Asti today, and maybe you did too. Nothing too fancy, but Moscato d'Asti is a great example of aromatic intensity. If you are tasting along with me, see if you can smell any of these things in the wine right now. I also brought some dried apricots. Sometimes dried fruit, just like the canned pears from the last episode, give you a stronger, a more clearer impression of a scent note, and it's easier to find in the wine. As always, you can drink or not drink, whatever you like. Freedom. But I will always tell you in advance, if you're enrolled, what wine we'll be drinking and what we'll be smelling. In a wine tasting, we start by observing. Color, consistency, and the intensity of color tell us a lot about the grape varieties and the winemaking techniques involved. After sight comes smell. My favorite part of wine tasting. I actually love perfume for the same reason. Recognizing and unraveling different scent notes is super satisfying for me. It's kind of like my Sudoku, like those word games, except those word games cannot alter your mood and bring back happy memories. Sudoku does not transport you to a beach vacation in your mind. Word searches might make you feel smart, but can they transport you to the feeling of the first day of fall? No, they cannot. So how do we talk about what we smell in wine? In the same way we talk about intensity of color, we talk about the intensity of aroma. How intense are the aromas, and what does that tell us? So you may be looking at your wine and making some assumptions on what grapes are inside, how they were grown, and how this wine was made, all based on what you see. In an earlier episode, I explained that the best way to smell your wine is to get in close and take short, strong sniffs. Don't be shy. Give it a gentle swirl to release those volatile aromatic compounds. And get in there close. Now, if you've got a pen and paper, start making a list. How many scent notes can you identify? Start writing them down. If all you smell is wine, that is a scent note called vinous. And it is predominant in young, fresh wines, but it's present in almost every wine to some extent. So everyone smells a little bit like wine. But what else is in there? It helps to narrow it down with a little knowledge. Some grape varieties produce more powerful and distinctive aromas. For example, if you're looking at a deep ruby red wine and you smell some strong notes of green bell peppers, there's a good chance that wine is Cabernet Sauvignon. And if you know you like Cabernet Sauvignon, you can start to recognize and isolate those aromas and then find other wines that have similar distinctive qualities and expand your palate. There are 3 categories of grapes: aromatic, semi-aromatic, and neutral. Aromatic varieties are instantly recognizable for very distinctive characteristics. Moscato, Malvasia, and Gewürztraminer are examples of aromatic grapes. In fact, if you eat one of those grapes off the vine, they taste exactly like the wine smells. Moscato grapes and all the varieties in the Moscato family have very distinctive notes of creamy pink rose petal, apricots, and even a little bit of sage, which I also brought today. If you go to the grocery store and pick up a Moscato, even a cheap one, and then grab some apricots, some pink roses, chances are you will smell those things too. Semi-aromatic grapes also have distinctive characteristics, but to a lesser degree. These include, for the whites, Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, and Riesling, and for the reds, Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, and Merlot. These grapes always produce a distinctive aroma in wine, and if you know it, you will find it. The more intense the aroma, the easier that will be. Neutral grape varieties are less distinctive in and of themselves and more reflective of the surrounding land where they were grown, as well as the winemaking techniques used, like barrel aging or extended maceration on the skin. That said, you can still learn to recognize them if you drink enough of them. I bet some of you could recognize or identify a Pinot Grigio or Malbec with your eyes closed, and you didn't even know it. Stay tuned for the next episode, also on Aroma. Free preview, it's going to be intense and complex. If you haven't subscribed or enrolled, now is a great time to do it. It's completely free. The link is down there. And when you do, you can follow along with me, what we're drinking, what we're smelling, and get copies of all the class notes. So when I release a video every Thursday, you will be ready to go. And please let me know what you're tasting, and if you have any questions, in the comment below. That will help me be a better teacher. I'll see you next time. Cheers.